الحمد لله رب العالمين، وأصلي وأسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى أهله وأصحابه أجمعين. ما بعد. تفسير الأستاذ عبد الرحمن بن ناصر الصادق رحمه الله. سورة الجمعة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يسبح لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض ملك القدوس العزيز الحكيم. All that is in the heavens and all that is on the earth glorifies Allah, the sovereign, the holy, the almighty, the most wise. That is everything that is in the heavens and on earth glorifies Allah, submit to His command, shows devotion to Him, and worships Him because He is the most perfect, the sovereign to whom belongs the dominion of the upper and lower realms. For everything belongs to Him and is under His control. The Holy, who is venerated and is far above all defects and shortcomings. The Almighty, who has subjected all things, the most wise in His creation and command. These great attributes are among the facts that call people to worship Allah alone, with no associate, with no partner or associate. هو الذي بعث في الأميين رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياته ويزكيهم ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة وإن كانوا من قبل لفي ضلال مبين. It is he who has sent among them a messenger from among themselves, reciting unto them his revelations, purifying them and teaching them the book and wisdom. Verily before that they had been clearly misguided. وآخر منهم لم يلحق بهم هو العزيز الحكيم. And he has sent him to others who have not yet joined them, and he is the Almighty, most wise. وآخرين منهم لم يلحق بهم هو العزيز الحكيم. That is the grace of Allah which He bestows upon whoever He wills, for Allah is the possessor of abundant grace. Inam. What is meant by the latter is those who had no book and no remnant of any message, such as the Arabs and others who are not people of the book. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestowed a great blessing upon them that was greater than the blessings He bestowed upon others, because they had nothing of knowledge and goodness, and they obviously misguided, worshipping trees, idols and rocks, behaving like savage wild animals. With the strong devouring the weak among them, they were extremely ignorant of the teachings of the prophets. But then Allah sent to them a messenger from among them, whose lineage, noble characteristics and honestly they knew well. And He sent down to him His book so that he recited, and to them His revelation, definitive revelations which will lead to faith and certainty, purifying them, that is, urging them to acquire noble characteristics, explaining them to them and warning them against evil characteristics, and teaching them the book and wisdom, that is, knowledge of the Quran and knowledge of the Sunnah, which includes all the knowledge of the earlier and later generations. Out of this teaching and purification by the Prophet ﷺ, they become the most knowledgeable of people. Indeed, they become leaders of the people of knowledge and religious commitment, the most perfect in manners and attitude, the best in conduct and dignity. They were themselves guided, and they guided others, thus becoming leaders of the guided and the foremost among the pure. Wait not for the favor that Allah bestowed upon them by sending them this messenger, which was the greatest blessing and the greatest beneficence. They will not have attained this honor. And He has sent him to others who have not yet joined them, that is, and He has blessed others who are not among them. This refers to people other than the unlettered, who will come after them, and some of the people of the book who are not yet joined them. This refers to people other than those who heard the call of the Message directly. It may be that what is meant is that they had not yet joined them in the sense of catching up with them in terms of virtue or in terms of time. Whoever the case, both meanings are sound. Those among whom Allah sent His Message and they saw Him, and had His call directly, attained special features that no one else could catch up with. This is by the might and wisdom of Allah, as He has not neglected His slaves or left them without care. Rather, He sent messengers among them with commands and prohibitions. This was by the immense grace of Allah, which He bestows upon whoever He wills of His help, and is greater than the blessings of physical well-being, abundant provision, and other worldly blessings that He has bestowed upon them. There is nothing greater than the blessing of Islam, which is essential to truth and eternal happiness. مثل الذين حملوا التوراة ثم لم يحملوها كمثل الحمار يحمل أسفارا بئس مثل القوم الذين كذبوا بآياتنا والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين. أي نعم. The likeness of those who were given the Torah but failed to upload it is that of a donkey laden with the weighty tomes. How rich is the likeness of people who reject the revelation of Allah, and Allah does not guide people who are given to wrongdoing. قل يا أيها الذين هادوا إن زعمتم أنكم أولي الله من دون الناس فتولوا الموتى إن كنتم صادقين. Say, O you who are Jews, if you claim that you are Allah's chosen to the exclusion of other people, then wish for death if you are telling the truth. ولا تمنعوا ما قدمت أيديهم والله عليم بالظالمين. But they will never wish for it because of what their hands have brought. Allah knows well the wrongdoers. أي نعم. وإن الموتى لن تفروا منه فإنه ملاقيكم ثم تردون إلى عالم الغيب والشهادة فينبئكم بما كنتم تعملون. Say verily the dead from which you flee will overtake you, then in the end you will be brought back to the knower of the unseen and the seen, and I will inform you about what you used to do. Having mentioned his blessing to this ummah, among whom he sent the another Prophet ﷺ, and also he singled out four of virtues which no one could catch up with, for they are the unlettered nation who separated the first and the last. Even the people of the book who claim to be the devoted scholars and foremost in knowledge, Allah now tells us that those to whom he gave the Torah, namely the Jews and false the Christians, and instructed them to learn it and act upon it, but they failed to uphold it or implement what they were given, possess no virtue. Their likeness is that of the donkey that is laden with weighty tomes of knowledge. Can that donkey benefit from the books on its back? Can it attain any virtue because of that, or is it share simply that it carries them? This is the likeness of the Jewish scholars who do not act upon what is in the Torah, among the most important and significant of which is the command to follow Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the foretelling of his coming, and the command to believe in what he will bring of the Quran. He as the one who is like that gain anything from the Torah except loss and explanation of proof against him. This is the likeness that is applicable to them. How rich is the likeness of people who reject the revelation of Allah, which point to the truthfulness of our Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the truth of what he brought. And Allah does not guide people who are given to wrongdoings. That is, He does not guide them to that which is in their best interest, so long as they have certain in their wrongdoing. One aspect of the stubbornness wrongdoing of the Jews is that they are aware that they are following falsehood, yet they claim that they are following the truth, and that they are Allah's chosen to the exclusion of other people. Hence Allah commanded His Messenger to say to them, if you are telling the truth in your claim that you are following the right path and are Allah's chosen, then wish for that. This is something very easy, for if they believed that they were following the right path, they will not instead to meet this challenge that Allah caused to be proof of their truthfulness. If they did wish to for that, they are and proof of their falseness if they did not wish for it, as they did not do that when the challenges was presented to them. It is proven that they are aware of falseness or corruption of what they are following. Hence Allah says, but they will never wish for it because of what their hands were brought of sins and acts of obedience, because of which they fear it, and Allah knows well the wrongdoers, so nothing of their wrongdoing can be hidden from Him, even though they do not wish for that, because of what their hands have brought, and they flee from it, and that will not save them, rather they will be inevitably face death. Which Allah has made it inescapable is for His slaves, and has decreed for them. Then after that they will be brought back on that day of resurrection, the know of the unseen and the seen, and will inform them of what they did of good and evil, small and great. أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من اليوم فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع ليغفر لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. O you who believe, when the call to pray is given on a Friday, then proceed at once to the remembrance of Allah, and leave off your trading. That is better for you if only you knew. أيها فإذا قضيت الصلاة فانتشروا في الأرض وابتغوا من فضل الله واذكروا الله كثيرا لعلكم تفلحون. Then when the prayer is indeed dispersed through the land, and seek Allah's bounty, and remember Allah much, so that you may prosper. أي نعم. وإذا رأوا تجارة أو لهوا انفضوا إليها وتركوك قائما قل ما عند الله خير من الله يتجعل الله خير الرازقين. When they see some merchandise or destruction, they rush towards it and leave you standing there. Say that which is with Allah is better than any destruction or merchandise, and Allah is the best of providers. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands His slaves to attend Jum'ah prayer and to attend to the prayer as soon as the call is given, proceeding at once to the prayer. What is meant by proceeding at once here is to attend to the prayer and pay attention to it, for it is most important activity of the day. It does not mean running to join the prayer, because running when going to pray is allowed, and leave off your trading, that is trading once the call to pray is given, and go to pray. That is better for you than focusing on trading and missing the obligatory prayer, which is one of the most important obligations. If only you knew that which is with Allah is better and more lasting, and that whoever gives to receiving to this world of a religion has truly lost when he thinks he is winning. This command is to cease trading is temporary for the duration of the prayer. Then when the prayer is ended, disperse through the land to seek your livelihood and engage in trade, because focusing on trade likes to make one forget to remember Allah. Allah instructed his slave to remember him a great deal, as he says, I remember Allah and remember Allah much. That is when standing, sitting, and lying on your sides, so that you may prosper, because you remembering Allah much is one of the greatest means of attaining prosperity. When they see some merchandise or destruction, they rush towards it. That is, they leave the message the most out of ignorance to see what the destruction of to see that destruction or that merchandise. They leave what is good and leave you standing there addressing the people. This refers to an incident that occurred one Friday when the Prophet ﷺ was addressing the people. A trade caravan came to Medina, and when people heard of it while they were in the mosque, they went out of the mosque and left the Prophet ﷺ addressing the people, and I said towards that to which they should not have hastened, forgetting their manners. Aina. Say, that which is to Allah of reward for the one who adheres to goodness and is patient in worshipping his Lord is better than any distraction or merchandise. Although there is some benefit in trade, is it little attained, and it will be the cause of missing out on goodness in the hereafter. Whereas patient in obeying Allah and continuing one act of worship does not cause one to miss out on provision, for Allah is the best of providers. So whoever fears Allah, He will grant him provision from where he does not expect. From these verses we will learn many things, including the following: Jum'ah prayer is obligatory for all believers, and they must proceed to it at once, hasten towards it, and give priority to it. The two khutbahs on Friday are obligatory and must be attained, because what is meant by remembrance or reminder is the two khutbahs. Allah has enjoined us to go to the remembrance of Allah and ask Him to do so. It is prescribed and enjoined to give the call to prayer for Jum'ah. It is prohibited to buy and sell after the call to Jum'ah prayer. That is only because these actions cause one to miss out on the obligatory duty and distract one from it. This indicates that any matter, even if it is impermissible, in principle, if it results in missing something obligatory, then it is not permissible in that case. It is enjoined to attend the two khutbahs on Friday, and the one who does not attend them is blameworthy. What that implies is that one should listen attentively to both of them. The individual should focus on worshipping Allah at a time when he is inclined to turn to distraction and trade and respond to his desires. He should remind himself of that which is with Allah of reward for the one who has given precedence to praising Allah over his own whims and desires. This is the end of the commentary on Surah Al-Jum'ah. All praise and thanks are for Allah, and may the praise and peace of Allah be upon Prophet ﷺ, his family, and his companions abundantly until the day of judgment.